Welcome to today's Power Boost. So what does it mean to be powerful? We all want to be powerful. Actually, in our original state, all of us are powerful. But practically speaking, on a daily basis, to be powerful, for example, means I'm able to maintain my peace, I'm able to remain peaceful, or I'm able to remain self-respect, respect for others, to be compassionate, to have mercy, to be kind, to give, to share something that uplifts, that empowers, that creates hope. To be powerful means to be who you truly are. And that means we are expressing, we are sharing, we are donating, we are distributing, we are exchanging with the self or with others around us something that is of use, something that is of benefit, something that will ultimately bring us happiness, contentment. If I am weak, I will indulge and succumb to the weakness. I will, for example, feel I'm a victim, I'm victimized, I get hopeless, I don't know what to do, I can't do. And then we also start to blame, right? So we look for causes, for a cause of my suffering, the cause of pain, the cause of peacelessness within the self. And then when we've identified a cause or thought we have identified it, we point the finger. We make that one or that thing responsible. So that is something, blame, for example, to be judgmental, self-critical, to compare myself. These are all tendencies that I will express, act on when I am weak, when I am not powerful. Because when I am weak, I am engaging in a way of thinking of myself or others. And then not only thinking what and how I speak, what the way and how I interact with others, it eventually causes problems for the self as well as for others. And so then relationships, there's no exchange of happiness anymore. When we are in a state of inner power, we are able to help each other. And there's no force, but there's a genuine, there's a peaceful energy. There's an energy that, or you can say there's the willpower is used to be willing to be good, to stay true to who I am. Now, for example, I get angry. Something or someone triggers an anger. So I start to feel angry. But what do we typically say? I am angry. You are angry. But here we have to be a little bit careful. Whenever I use the words I am, I'm referring to my identity. And when you look deep within your heart, we all will find and agree that deep in our hearts, we are beings of goodness. I didn't mean to say things like that. I didn't mean to act like that. And then we apologize and have to say sorry. But it happens that I start to feel peaceless. I start to get upset. I feel upset. I feel maybe angry, even hateful at sometimes. But I am not that. This is something I feel, but I am not that anger. I am a peaceful being. Now, use your courage. Use courage to accept that one thought, that one awareness that I am a peaceful being. Initially, whenever I started my journey, I am a peaceful being. This is my blueprint. I'm even a happy being, joyful, loving, compassionate, forgiving. I am a being of goodness. Can I accept this thought and use it as an awareness that I am a being of goodness? This is my reference point. This is my blueprint. And whenever I feel something different that takes me away from that inner peace or inner happiness, or if I start to feel hopeless, I feel, when there is no love, life becomes very dry. Can I remind myself, I am a being of goodness, I am love, I am peace. So, and use that to empower yourself. So that is the switch, and that is the switch of awareness. How quickly do I become aware of my inner goodness, of my intention, of my motivation, and turn on the switch of light and share light with yourself and with others. And the more I do that, the more what is unhealthy for the self, what is unhealthy in relationships, it will dissipate. It will kind of evaporate. It will go away. It will get diluted. That force will become less and less. But my responsibility is, my task is to use the switch of awareness and connect to something good within you. Ultimately, it's that awareness that I am a being of goodness. But you can connect to any goodness within you, any specialty, strength. Connect with that consciously. Remind yourself about it. And then this empowers me. And then I can use my inner strength, my inner abilities to actually remove more and more darkness. So the light is connected to the goodness, and the darkness is, of course, then connected to what is not very beneficial, not healthy, not uplifting. But many of us, we have the habit, the tendency to fight, to battle, to disagree, to hold on to my opinion, to dislike, to judge, to criticize, to punish. You have to feel bad for what you did to me. Revenge. Now, all of that is darkness. And as much as I use it, it will only create more of that. And there will be layer upon layer upon layer of darkness. It will drive me into depression. It will drive me into anxiety. It will spoil my relationships. I will not be able to be with myself. I will not feel safe. I will not feel accepted. I will not feel loved. When there's darkness, we stumble. Problems. Okay, I think we get that. So, but there is a possibility. I have a choice to come out of it. Yes, it will require some time, but every little effort I make, every single thought and intention that I choose to create in a positive way, it will accumulate over time. And the inner strength will build, and eventually it will become more powerful, more strong than the force of the devil within. Okay? So life is about experiencing love, happiness, be joyful, not in a selfish way, but in a true, transparent, authentic manner. And this is an energy we want to share with each other. We want to exchange so that our relationships become happy relationships. And of course, ultimately, to develop, not to develop, but to actually really be in charge of yourself, to really develop that power to tolerate the anger within me, tolerate the anger in others, because we are under influence. We are under some influence, but we are not the true self. And so the power to tolerate that, and by understanding, deeply understanding that whoever is angry, they are under some influence. If I punish them, if I get angry with them, it will only make everything worse. But we have to give blessings. We have to be a bestower. We have to donate. And we do that by using the power to tolerate. Understanding they are under some influence, but actually, deep within, they are also beings of goodness, and they also want to be happy. So if I add oil to the fire, if someone is burning in anger, now that fire will become bigger, right? So we want to extinguish the fire within ourselves, but then also help extinguish the fire in others. And for that, we have to give something that is of benefit. And one word that summarizes it is mercy. I have mercy for myself, not feeding, further engaging in that anger, in that upsetness, but let me turn on the switch of light. Put a full stop to everything inside and just turn on the switch of light. I am a being of goodness. And if you practice that for yourself, it will become very easy to also do that for others. And so in this way, we even can become a lighthouse for others. We are not putting oil in their fire, but actually we are helping them to access their power, access their own goodness, so that they can then also eventually choose to be Om Shanti. I am a peaceful soul, and not I am anger, I am angry. It's something I feel, and I can rise above it, look at it, let it come, let it be, let it go. Okay, so let's explore that switch in a form of meditation. So we sit quietly, and for the next few moments, even have the intention or the determined thought to make the body sit quietly for a couple of minutes, Relax the muscles, sit comfortably, keep breathing. And then I prepare myself to gradually turn within. I start to disengage with the outer world while I am mindful and aware, conscious about my body, the different physical bodily sensations, feelings, colors that I see, what I smell. These are all sensations, information we collect through the bodily sense organs. But let us now do something different, something new. And as I turn within, I want to access, I want to revive my sixth sense. They are the five senses of the body, and I also have a sixth sense, where I am able to perceive at a very subtle dimension, at a dimension that is beyond, that does not come from physical sense perception. And as I revive that sixth sense, reactivate it, I use my inner eye, the eye of knowledge, to connect to my eternal, original form of self. Eternally, I am Om Shanti, a peaceful being, a peaceful soul, a living energy that is conscious and self-aware. I am aware of who I am. So now the question arises, who am I? I am peace, love, joy. I am strong. I am wise. I am this living conscious being of light. The light of love, the light of peace, the light of truth. And as I reflect on myself in this way, connecting to what is true within my being, as I go deep within, diving through all these waves of noise, of upheaval, of struggle, of battling, being upset, being unhappy, being hopeless. It is all real, it is there. But there's another dimension, there's another reality about myself. And that reality is that deep in the heart of the soul, at the core of my being, I am Om Shanti. And the more frequently, the more often I go within, I pause, I go within and just remind myself of my essence. Naturally, the mind will calm down. I have turned on the switch of light. I have become aware, conscious. I am awakening to a new reality. I am awakening to the essence of who I am. This is a truth. This is my truth. If it would not be true, I would never desire peace. I would never desire happiness. I can only look for something, desire something that I have experienced, that I am truly. And so gradually now, I come back to the dimension, becoming aware now also about the dimension of the physical world. And that very soon I will move around, I will speak, I will think, I will interact. And while doing so, let me do that from that inner state of goodness, with the awareness of who I truly am. This is my self-respect. And so now the effort that I need to make while moving around, doing what I have to do, to pay attention to the switch of light, to the light switch, the switch of awareness of my true self. Take a deep breath in, absorb that light, feel that light that you are. Breathe in into this light, and then exhale and let go everything that is not bright. And remind yourself that you have a right to do that. You have a right to be peaceful. But that peace has to come from within, not by demanding it from the outside. The peace comes from within the moment I turn on the switch of light. Om Shanti.